Good evening, everyone, and welcome to DICE 3.0. It's great to have you all here. I see a lot of familiar faces in the room from across the ecosystem. Thank you so much for joining us, in spite of the traffic. It's really good to see you. Thank you. And as we start, I'd like to welcome our distinguished guests, the Honorable Minister for Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Jumoke Oduwole, other government officials and representatives, the consular representatives here, investors, captains of industry, and I'd like to acknowledge Mr. Fola Adiola. Thank you so much, sir, for being here. And other major stakeholders in the digital and business ecosystem. DICE, which is an acronym for Digital Innovation and Creative Excellence, is an initiative of Beyond Limits. At Beyond Limits, we're focused on developing leaders, driving entrepreneurial growth, and enabling vibrant ecosystems. DICE was created to bring the technology ecosystem together, to help break down silos, foster collaboration, celebrate excellence, inspire innovation, drive strategic partnerships across Africa and beyond. And it's a platform designed to support the realization of the immense potential of the digital economy for this region. This is the third edition of the DICE Mixer series. Since launching in November 2023, DICE has continued to grow. Our first edition was focused on co-creating a tech-enabled future and brought together over 200 industry leaders, leading to several meaningful conversations. Our second edition, DICE 2.0, focused on the creative economy, exploring strategies for growth and monetization in that amazing sector. We were joined by the Honorable Minister for Arts, Culture, and the Creative Economy, alongside other distinguished ecosystem leaders. Now, Africa's technology sector is the most vibrant and promising pathway to national and continental growth. And I'm sure you'll all agree with me. We've seen technology-focused companies across Africa from finance, healthcare, education, logistics, agriculture, infrastructure development, renewable energy, and the creative space, growing within their markets, expanding across borders, and attracting immense interest from local and foreign investors. The reality is, if we're to realize the full potential of the digital economy in Africa, then any barriers to growth and scaling must be recognized and removed. Best practices must be identified and shared. And the essential areas where more work is needed, when we think about infrastructure, policy, investment, and innovation, must be highlighted and addressed. And that is why we're here today. Every company, every organization, every individual in this room is here today because you're an essential part of this effort. If this is your first time at DICE, and you're wondering, why am I here? The answer is simple. You are a critical part of the digital economy. You're an integral part of its functioning effectively. Maybe you're a founder looking to network with potential investors or partners or customers. Well, this isn't just networking, it's access, and the right conversation can change everything. Or perhaps you're an industry leader looking to connect with the next generation of innovators who are building cutting-edge solutions that can boost legacy businesses and drive further growth. I'm glad to tell you that the innovators shaping the future of your sector are in this room. Maybe you're an investor searching for your next big bet. Your next big investment or acquisition can start with a handshake today. Or maybe you're a policymaker. Innovation thrives in the right environment, and so your presence signals a commitment to enabling real growth. Well, we're all important pieces to the puzzle on business growth and transformation. And each edition of DICE focuses on a critical challenge facing Africa's innovation ecosystem. This time, we're tackling one of the biggest hurdles to long-term success: expansion. We know that Africa's business potential is massive. By 2050, the continent will be home to over 2.5 billion people, making it one of the fastest growing consumer and talent markets in the world. Yet, we know that a number of African startups still struggle to successfully expand within and beyond their home country, largely due to high operational costs, infrastructure challenges, in some cases fragmented regulations, and changing consumer behaviors and other challenges. But there are some companies that seem to have cracked the code. When we think about Paga, Omni Retail, Afex, MoneyPoint, Raynest, Wave in Senegal, Cheaper Cash, and a number of other startups, they've done a good job in actually showing that with the right strategy, growth is possible. So what learnings do they have to share? How can we create more success stories? That's part of the conversation that we're going to be having here today. Now, our ecosystem stretches beyond the borders of this continent, and it's key that we build global partnerships with countries interested in doing business in Africa. And that's why it's great that in this room today, we have our global partners in attendance. And I'd like to welcome the consul generals and the delegations from the US Consulate, from the UK Department, thank you, absolutely, from the UK Department of Business and Trade, the consulates of Switzerland, France, Austria, Germany, the Netherlands, Denmark, and Finland. Some of these diplomatic leaders will be joining me up on stage shortly for a panel discussion. But very quickly, also what we have today is, thought-provoking insights from startups and businesses that are successfully scaling across the continent. And I'll be having a fireside chat with the Honorable Minister for Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Jumoke Oduwole. I know that there's a lot of excitement and anticipation for these conversations. Another thing worth mentioning before I wrap this up is the fact that we ensure that the conversation doesn't end in the room. After every DICE event, we put together insights, just really collating some of the learnings shared, some of the best practices. And we share these widely so that beyond the conversation in the room, these are a useful tool for really helping to drive innovation and also policy. The reports from DICE 1.0 and DICE 2.0 are available. And if you'd like a copy, please let us know. They're available for download. You can download them with the QR code on screen, or you can send us an email at dice@beyondlimits.global. Before I get off the stage, I'd like to also acknowledge our sponsors and to make a point that we're also going to have some fun today. You heard mention the fact that we have some games, and there are some amazing prizes to be won, including a weekend at Ikogosi Warm Springs. Subscriptions to BusinessDay, and a number of other prizes. And we'll just have fun in the process as well. It's important to acknowledge some organizations that have supported us and acted as partners and sponsors to this event. And so I'd like to acknowledge Koramo Capital, Leadroyd Realty, our media partners, Channels TV, Arise TV, The Guardian, BusinessDay, and TechCabal, our games partner, Ikogosi Warm Springs Resort and Conference Center, managed by Glocient Hospitality, and our official drinks partner, Jameson Irish Whiskey, for bringing us the Jameson Happy Hour. So we have an incredible evening ahead, and I really invite you to lean into this and make the best of it. And so without further ado, let's roll the dice.